As we prepare to spring forward this coming Sunday, it's a great time to highlight the importance of healthy sleep habits, not just for adjusting to daylight saving time, but for overall well-being. Rebecca Wagner with Aspirus Health shares some insight into taking care of your health during this time. Rebecca, how does daylight saving time affect our sleep?
It can make you feel irritable, be extra sluggish, and it can affect your overall, it's hard on your body, so it affects your health.
How does the time change affect our body?
So some of the challenges people face when they're adjusting to a time change would be just having a harder time falling asleep because it's either earlier or later, getting to sleep and then staying asleep just because it's off your schedule. It can also affect how you feel when you wake up in the morning, making it harder to wake up.
What are some strategies that one can use to help?
So some strategies that you can use to help yourself get through daylight savings time would be practicing good sleep hygiene. So you don't want to be taking long naps to try and make up for it. You want to be making sure that you don't do any really strenuous activities or exercise a couple hours before bed. Staying away from that screen time, limiting that before bed, no caffeine or alcohol before bed because that affects your sleep.
What should I do if I continue to have trouble falling asleep?
So if you're having trouble with your sleep more than just that week or two and you're adjusting to the time change, you might want to talk to your provider about having a sleep study.
What happens during a sleep study?
You'd obviously come in that night for sleeping to the sleep lab. You would bring what you would like you were staying at a hotel. So your pajamas, maybe your favorite pillow, and any medications that you take at night. And then you come in, we get you all hooked up. There's wires that we do put on. We're monitoring your heart rate, we're monitoring your oxygen levels, as well as your sleep pattern. And then you sleep, and then we're watching what happens while you're sleeping, keeping an eye on everything, and then that test gets read by the sleep doctor, and those results would go back to your provider, and then they can discuss treatment options.
How does one prepare for a sleep study?
So if you know you're going to have a sleep study, you're going to want to make sure that you don't have a lot of caffeine that day or alcohol, no naps that day. You're going to want to shower and wash your hair beforehand, but you don't want to use a lot of lotions or creams that are going to stick to the skin because we do put electrodes on your skin to measure things while you're sleeping. So then it'll affect how they stick.
Why is getting proper sleep good for your health?
I mean, sleep is really important for our health. I mean, as anyone knows, if you haven't had a good night's sleep, it just affects everything about your function the next day, besides feeling tired. And especially over time, if you're not getting enough sleep, your brain isn't able to reset, you're not able to even store up your memories of the next day very well, so you might become more forgetful. You're going to have more trouble with anxiety, even depression, and then that in turn can also cause stress on all of your bodily functions, on your heart and just everything.
Anything else you'd like people to know?
If you feel like you're having a lot of trouble with your sleep, don't be afraid to talk to your provider about it and come in and to the sleep labs. We have sleep labs across the Aspirus system. You may not have to drive as far as you think. You can come in. We try and make you as comfortable as possible, disturb you as little as possible so you can get the rest that night and we can see what's going on.
Thank you, Rebecca, and we'll be back with more My UP Mornings after the break.